Hello all, this is the second video for Canopy. We're going over the input pane and we're figuring how to apply the spider fittings and understanding how the holes are established and then getting that over to the RFQ. We're also considering the fact that we are still estimators, even though we're trying to get it as scientific as possible, and understanding that this will not be correct necessarily when going to order. Certainly ordering this will be a CAD intensive operation. So obviously you're not going to be ordering anything off of this. You're just getting the idea. And we'll get into that in a second. This here is the user's manual. We're on page 24 and I have a schematic here that I used as an example. Just to say this again, I made this prior to updating it, so it's a little old school, but it's still the same idea, and you know, you'll get an idea of the program and how it works by reading this. As always, please watch the Anatomy of CRL series videos for a general overview of CRL sheet shared functions. All right, so let's get into it. Now, the first way to do it would be the challenge is getting the holes on each one. The best way to do it is to maybe just go through these and do it individually. But the amount of holes will be correct no matter no matter how you do it. You just have to make sure that you know how you're assembling it, I guess. The first way to do it would be to figure your scheme for your spider fittings and then name them according to how they are arranged. So each piece of glass will have 6 holes in them, but the amount of spider fittings allotted to it is going to be different. I feel like I'm talking a little bit here. So we're going to do end, and we're going to do quantity of 2, and we're going to count as many spider fittings as we can. So we have 1, 2, 3 singles. We have 1, 2 duals, and 1 quad. So we throw that in. 3, 2, 1. So now we have mid. These have to be broken up because if it were on one line to make this 2, you wouldn't be able to pull that 1 quad out, right? So we're going to do mid 1, which is here. Let me zoom in here. So mid number 1 is a quantity of 1. Mid number 2, I'll go 1. Mid L and mid R. Whoop. Oh, geez. All right, so I'm breaking them up because if I were to put them on one, that the quantities wouldn't come out correct. So mid L is going to be 48 by 92, and it's going to speak for the remaining fittings. So we have to speak for this one, and this one. So that's 2 duals and 1 quad. There it is, 2 and 1. Mid R is just there to figure your glass square footage, basically. Now the problem here is there's 8 holes on this one and 0 on this one, and some of the holes are spoken for there. Do you see that? So realistically there should be 12 because there's 2 of them. This should be 6 and this should be 6, right? So we've spoken for all of these here. We just have to do the singles and this double. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 singles and 1 double. So the same idea is here. Edge L and edge R. So edge L is going to speak for the singles 1, 2, 3, 4, and edge R is going to do the single dual here, right? The other way to do it is to just figure the glass sizes completely separate from the fittings and put nothing in for the glass, right? So I'm going to bring it over here. And we have 6 each. So you can just go 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And then you can reset the class RFQ. Right? But you go 6. And then this one is kind of a toss-up. You would have to go whatever it would be. I guess 24 and 12. So just, you have to realize that you have to get the countersunk on there. Or you can just go like this and say, you can just override this and say with, you have to do and. You can't put inch in there. That's crazy. With 6. Anyway, or you can print out the. I mean, you can type it in here. Each light of 6. Something like that. There you go. So, sorry, I'm wasting my time here a little bit. So those are the different ways to do it. The most realistic way would be to do an end L and end R as well. But anyway, you get the drift. You just have to make sure that the holes are figured correctly here. I'm going to stop this video and do a third one, and I'm going to go over the parts itemizer and these numbers here and figuring your posts. I'm sorry, your fittings.